What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Bitcoin and cryptocurrency update video. Today's an exciting video because a lot has taken place, and I'm here to relax everybody and calm everybody down. We're going to zoom out, take a look at only the facts and the charts, and get a better understanding of where we're at in the market cycle and a little better representation of what has recently happened. So, last time we were talking, it looks like the bearish scenario ended up playing out, right? We talked about having an A, B, C correction. Only I was a little wrong with the retracement, and I'm sure everyone was a little caught off guard with that. But now that price has matured a little bit, let's take a look at what happened and dive in. So we lost our box of support here. You can see I flipped it red now because once we broke through it, we've already come back up and now we back tested it as resistance now. So now this general area of price action, all this chip chop right here, is going to be somewhat neutral, right? Stay on the sidelines, wait for confirmation that this is the support we're looking for. Well, it really was already confirmation that it was support, obviously, because we came back down and tapped into it perfectly. But if we chop around in here, we're neutral. What we want to see from a bullish perspective is to reclaim this region. We want to come back into this price channel and then hold this box of support again. Something more like a V-shaped recovery like this. Boom, boom, and then we're good to go, make new highs. So we want to reclaim both these boxes as support, and preferably get back up in this channel. And let's take a look at the RSI here, right? We got deeply oversold. We came all the way down to about 22. The last time we seen low regions like that was, back here in the COVID dip, it exceeded even lower, but nonetheless, completely oversold right now. Let's track where we've been this oversold before, right? Right around this region we got oversold. That was price action right here, continued higher. We had price action oversold down here in COVID, down here, obviously continued higher. And here we are present day down in our oversold regions and prices right here. So we got to see how much higher we can go here with price action and see how this RSI goes. RSI has also been trending in between this channel right here. And once we break out with price action to higher levels, as soon as the RSI can reclaim this 57, this green line right here, and break out of this channel here, that's when we're going to be moving to make crazy new highs here. But nonetheless, key support right here. If this becomes resistance at some point or we lose this, we're going to have to reevaluate where we're at with this trend here, because right now we are in this indecision point right now with the whole bull market. It could be over. Doesn't have to be over, because like I said, we're going to go zoom out here. Let's take a look at the monthly time frame, and we're going to go to the monthly BLX here. Boom. So you guys remember these boxes? We had them up here, and it's going to coexist here with this RSI on the monthly time frame again. And what we want to point out is, again, to refresh everyone's memory here, right? Each of these boxes is mathematically placed after Bitcoin makes a new all-time high from every market cycle we've had. This box is a 1.5 multiple of this all-time high and a 4 times multiple of the all-time high here. And likewise, 1.5 of this one, 4 times of this one, and then 1.5 of this one, and then 4 times of this one. So each box is the same. And you'll notice in this bull trend, each box, this is the only box that the red months take place with our consolidation before the blow off top phase that we have. And so far, we also always bottom out in the boxes each time here. You can see all these bodies, all the candles that close in here, right? So looking the same structurally so far, a lot more like this one, to be honest, because if you look at the RSI here, right, we had a huge pump from top to the bottom of the channel, and then the second pump to the top once the price got out of this channel here. And this one wasn't that similar because we didn't have that steep of a correction. It only came down to 85, and we stayed oversold this whole time. And this time we stayed oversold, and we came all the way back down. So when this monthly candle finishes up, if we can close around like 40K or so, then I would imagine this would hold that 70 level. If we don't reclaim the 70 level, things won't be looking so hot right now. So like I said, we're going to keep tracking this. You know, we got a couple more months most likely of accumulation in this zone here before we pick our true direction up or down. And like I said, if it's going to go up, it's going to be quite explosive. And if we go down, we're going to begin the bear market, but we'll discuss that kind of stuff in later videos. Another way we could look at this from a long-term perspective, I'm going to go ahead and remove these boxes to make it easier to see and just pull up the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curves on this chart here. And I'm going to point out 2 key levels here, right? So we're going to compare this fractal over here to this cycle's fractal over here. And you'll notice then with this little phase here, right, when price broke above this median line here, this big one in the middle, notice how we came right up to this line right here. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that one. Cool. Now that I highlighted both these lines here, you could see how we came up. Once we passed this middle line here with this monthly candle, we came right up to this line here. We touched it, and then we started hanging out and chilling around this middle zone here, but the lower candles came almost down to this little guy here. But you can see all the bodies stayed right in this region here. And so present day, we did something very similar. The moment we broke above here, we came and tested our line up here. And now present day, this candle, you can see we came halfway in between these two lines here, similar to how we came halfway in between these two lines here. And so what I'm saying is basically we could still chill within this region here. You know, this, we'll call it 35 to 50, $45,000 level or so. And once we can clear back above 50K, we'll look pretty bullish again and probably come to test this upward trending resistance, if you will, on this logarithmic growth curve. And then that should be the true top of the market cycle, because like I said, usually we like to test this overbought region 2 times. It doesn't have to happen, but it could happen, and that's what we're going to monitor here. And then other than the Bitcoin long-term outlooks that I got on this chart here, I put up a couple more interesting ones right here. We're going to look at the Bitcoin investor tool, this 2-year moving average multiplier, right? So we've looked at this one before, and we've talked about this before too, right? So when Bitcoin is in the bull market cycle, when we peak and have our euphoric top in the market, we always go above this red line. And that's happened 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We have not done that in this bull market just yet. In fact, we're still getting resistance by it. We're in this region right here, timing wise, and like this region right here, timing wise. So we're going to keep up to date with that as well. Everything looking good on this chart as well. Taking a look at the heat map, one of my favorites. You can see we still printing a green dot here. We printed green dots in this region here, and we've also printed green dots in this region here. We have never printed a red-orange dot yet. So let's keep tracking this and staying up to date with this. As well as the halving tracker, this is probably my favorite hands down, because this measures each bull market from the halving point, which is key. And notice how we almost to the T had our potential final shakeout to get all the over leveraged traders out of the market and all the weak hands in the market, and so to speak have a reset where we can consolidate, build healthy market structure, and then have our next pump higher from here. And right, look at both these had a big V-shaped recovery, so that's what we're tracking here right now when we called out those little short-term price points on the other chart, right? So the blue line is the average of the two, the green line is 2017 cycle, the purple line is 2012 cycle, and the yellow is the average of the two. So I also like that if you just scroll over one more, he puts in, let's say today was to continue as if it was 2017, you can still see the recovery from here, and then we still reach upwards of 260K or so. So I like following this. It's interesting to see, you know, this one peaked about 550 days after the halving. This one peaked beforehand, so timing when this one already peaked, right? But notice the trajectory of this one was pretty much straight up, and this one's a lot of just chilling sideways action. So this doesn't look like a top, you know? I've been in Bitcoin for a long time. I was here for $14,000 top. That one looked like a top even too. That was a straight shot up to the moon, right? I'll revisit that real quick because it was actually interesting times back in the day. Look at that. This was even a straight shot up, right? This, we've been chilling out here for a while, relaxing. This is consolidation. A lot of monthly, weekly closes up here. So it doesn't look like a straight shot to the moon yet. So I don't think it's over just yet. You know, we'll keep up to date here. If it is over, we already talked about the risk of losing this box here. It has to be monthly, weekly closes below this box. You know, we keep flirting with this, not a big deal. Once we get into this middle region here, a little bit more neutral, looking a little bit better and healthier. As soon as we break above this box here, that's the last line in the sand for me. Bull market's ready to go. This line here, and then this upward trending resistance at the top of the channel. So that's all I got for Bitcoin here. Other than quickly, I want to look at the Bitcoin dominance. This is the reason the altcoins really started to bleed here again. Once Bitcoin ended up breaching the lowest level I had drawn in at one point, we added this one down here, came to it perfectly, and we found support. And Bitcoin took back from 40% of market share all the way back up to 48%. So that's a big jump, and now currently right back at that 43 level. So if we lose 43 again, altcoins will get some love, come back down to low 40s, maybe even lower, or we just range in this little zone for a little while, and then altcoins suffer until Bitcoin picks its true direction out of here. So keep an eye on the Bitcoin dominance. That's how you'll know if the altcoins are going to be blasting off to the moon or not. Other than that, we'll just dive right into these altcoins, right? So Ethereum fell off a cliff, came back into our support from the upward resistance of the ascending triangle, and found support on this trend line right here. Bounced off it perfectly. We'll go to the daily, and it's in my little box right here. It was really, really choppy down here. Look at these fat wicks. I mean, this was just nasty when Bitcoin fell off. So above this box and above this trend line, super bullish. We should see a resumption move off of here. Let's watch the resistance up here where this price action kept closing in this channel for a little while. So maybe we come all the way back up to this region here, like mid 3000s, low 3000s, get rejected, and come back down to play with this mid to high 2000s region. So keep an eye on this zone over here for Ethereum. XRP, let's take a look at that one. XRP, ooh, I'm super excited to show you guys this one. Okay. Let's get real here. Ready? XRP. And this is shout out to Mick. I know you're watching this. You're the one who showed me this. I can't believe I never thought about this one in the first place. But this one's making me super excited. Kind of just like quants, which we're going to take a look at after just for this reason. Because I love powerful moves. I love charts like this, right? XRP, one resistance line right now. Because we talked about $2 being that last line in the sand for us besides 80 cents down here. Which, speaking of 80 cents, perfectly back tested as support. Again, right? Not even the bodies closed below it. Only this wick came back down and tested this one line, which we'll see what that line is in a moment. I got one upward trending line, 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points now for support. So this is my resistance line. We lost $1.40. As soon as we lost $1.40, boom, we bled all the way down, right? We talked about $1.40 was important. Now watch $1.40 as resistance. We're going to chip chop here for a while until we pick a direction, breaking up or down. Now this line, let's take a look at this. Let's go to the weekly time frame because it probably looks better on here. Yeah, weekly works. Perfect. Look at this. This parallel channel, right? Since the peak of XRP's hype all the way over here back in end of 2018, all the way till present day when we broke out of this channel in 2021. So a 3-year trend line, a little bit more, right? How long? Let's just measure it. I got you. How long is this? 1,200 days, almost 4 years. That's a lot. That's a long time. We respected this trading channel for a very long time, especially this median line here. We broke above it, back tested a support, powerful move to continue out. Still came into resistance here. Broke above the resistance, hit $2 resistance perfectly. Came down to support, 80 cents, acting as support. We haven't seen 80 cents act as support ever, really, except back here for a little bit. We're holding this as support, and we broke out of a very, very long-term trend and found support here. If this continues off, this is going to be huge. Like, we're literally about to do stuff like this that XRP used to do back in the day. This, boom, straight to the freaking moon, bro. So yeah, I'm hyped about XRP. Got to hold 80 cents. That's key. 80 cents to $1. Super strong support. Careful for resistance. And then you know where we're bullish and you know where we're bearish. So that's what we got for XRP. Let's take a look at Stellar. Stellar lost its trend line that I had up here. If you guys remember, I drew it in like this. It lost this trend line, and now we back tested as resistance. Not a big deal, though, because we're still just in this channel, so I kind of got rid of that line. I don't really care anymore. We're just going to chip chop in between here until Bitcoin, like I said, starts to achieve better things so that the altcoins can be brought up with it. All that matters is Bitcoin in this market right now. We got Cardano. Cardano still structurally looking a little bit healthier because we're trading above the all-time high still. Broke out of the bull flag. We back tested the support all the way back down here again at all-time high / the resistance line here for the bull flag. And I drew one more line here in the resistance because we want to get back above here and hold it. It looks like we're peeking our head through it right now. We want to get back above that mid-$50s here. And then Cardano's ready to keep doing its thing. Taking a look at Litecoin. Litecoin also lost its trading channel here, but then just came right back down to this $140 region as support. So I would expect Litecoin to survive in here for a little while before picking a new direction and then going higher. If we lose $140, then I could see maybe some light support right in this region here, where we had some support and resistance flips before. But a little early to say. Probably just going to chip chop a little bit. This one had a little bit of a steeper pullback, actually. That was quite large, 70%, currently down 50%. So Litecoin, honestly, probably overshot a little too much. Looking to probably reclaim this 230. And Tron lost it down here, 5 cents, lost support. Also lost this support. So same thing, kind of probably just going to chip around here for a little bit before picking up or down from here. But like I said, all that really matters is Bitcoin. Let's keep tracking that. Quant, this is the one I was excited for. I love this one, right? So kind of like XRP, really respecting long-term trend line channels, broke above the channel right here, right? So we broke resistance, resistance, resistance all this time. Now support right here all this time. That is powerful, not only horizontal support, but this trending support right here. We back into this channel. So if Quant can not have a false breakout like that again, and then really break out and then back test this region of support, Quant is moving, guys, moving. So Uniswap, what do we got here on the weekly? Probably doesn't look as good as my daily. Boom, daily. All-time high territories all the way up here. Let's see, what do we got? Just this trading channel I drew in. We got an ascending triangle that broke out, failed. That was funny. Now we are back down here at support, which was previous support back here. So honestly, with this one, we're probably just going to trade here a little bit before we then can reclaim. I'm going to get rid of this line. It's probably going to act as resistance, but let's clean it up a little bit. If we can get back above this $34, then it's looking really good for Uniswap to take on new highs, or especially this one right here. I could already just see where the price is trading. Boom, all that. If we can get above here again and find support between this, because this was resistance before and this was resistance before, that would look better. So holding $25 for Uniswap is what we want to be, but anything down here is a good opportunity. Tel, I love Tel. Mick got me in this one too. Look at that. Huge bull flag, potential breakout right now with that retest. So I like that. That's cool. If we can hold this 35.035, Mick's probably gonna agree. This is looking pretty good. This is probably that entry, unless he got in down here because he's a savage. But we're gonna hold this here, and if we do, then expect to retest the all-time high and even more, or the very minimal chop in here for a little bit, but that before then going higher. Because nonetheless, you see how TEL either goes sideways or it's moving up. So this is its consolidation period. Either we continue consolidating a little bit more here, or we just straight shoot, or same thing, we just come right back down in the channel. That's fine. We can still chop in here. That's cool. So keep an eye on TEL and Hotcoin. Boom. Also within its consolidation range, still chopping between support and resistance. Still in no man's land. Would love to reclaim this white line I got right here, which it just got resistance by again at almost a penny. If we could reclaim that penny level and take out this trend line here, something like this, then you're good to go to make that new high. Is that everything? Ethereum dominance? No. Let's see. Ethereum dominance. I mean, we'll got resistance here. Trying to find support here. Let me go to the weekly. Looks a little better. Yeah. Found resistance here. Found support here. We're still chopping away right now. And if we continue to resume off of here for lower levels, then, you know, Ethereum against Bitcoin, Bitcoin should be doing really well. Versus if we can claim above this, then we haven't been above this since a very, very long time ago. So Ethereum would get quite exciting above this level, to be honest with you. Track this trend line and that resistance up there from there. I guess we'll just have to see how this plays out. It usually sits between the channels for a couple weeks at a time. So let's see what happens here. XRP dominance looking pretty good. You can see we're finding support on this midline here that I drew. And as soon as we can reclaim this red one right here, that 3% region, XRP is looking pretty solid against Bitcoin right there. I think that wraps it all up because I don't really have much else in here. Yeah, we're good. That was fun, guys. I really like making these videos. It's been a little while. I keep getting a lot of people messaging me, you know, talking about crazy lower levels like 20K, 15K. Oh, bear market started, this, that, and the other. And, you know, the fear and greed index, it really says otherwise, guys. Like, we maxed out. We're down at 22. We've hit lower levels like this before. The last time people were this fearful in the market, I'm not lying to you, the last time is right here. And what time is this? 2020, April, May, March. Huh, I wonder when that is. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin price. Let's go all the way back to April, May. Oh, COVID. Interesting. When everyone was talking about Bitcoin going to zero and it was failing again and everyone was freaking out. Interesting how, no, we're always the opposite every single time. Just focus on this stuff. Stop getting emotionally invested. It's not that big of a deal. If you're like me and my friends from following me on my Instagram and all my talks back in the day, we were buying in this region down here. So there's no reason for us to be worried about price action all the way up here. Because even if you bought somewhere in the middle of this chunk, I'm just going to put it like right here, we're still up 500%. Like, you're thinking short term. Everyone's thinking too short term. We're down present day, what, 49%. But that's only been 70 days. I mean, Bitcoin even a year ago from today. What's today? Today's July. No, it's May. End of May. Where were we last May? Boom. May down here. A year ago, we're up 400% almost. That's huge. I don't know why everyone's freaking out. There's nothing to worry about right now, guys. If you really want to know how to make money in these markets, other than my simple videos like this, if you really want to know when we're buying, selling, trading, you want to know our analysis, you want to know our mentorship, all that kind of stuff, we do have a signals group finally on our Discord. We've been using it for many years now, and we finally turned it into a subscription-based thing. So now we can tell you guys when we're entering, when we're exiting, exactly when we're buying, exactly when we're selling, what we hold, what we don't hold. You can ask us any questions anytime. If you're interested in stuff like that, leave a comment down below, message me on Instagram, whatever you need. As far as my car content goes, I'm working on 2 videos for you guys right now, and I'm still waiting for my exhaust. It's been so long, dude. I'm so excited. I just can't wait already. I appreciate you as always for watching. Thank you for staying till the end of today's video. Be sure to follow my social medias. They're in the description down below. Check out my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Snapchat, and I'll catch you all in the next video.